when there is carbon monoxide gas in your home or when there is, heaven forbid, a gas leak. Now, just recently, I went shopping for a unit that would tell me both, and I had a lot of trouble finding it. In fact, I didn't find it. I found a lot of carbon monoxide detectors and I found some gas detectors, but I didn't find them all in one tool. This is the USI carbon monoxide and natural gas plug-in sensor. Now, you plug this into any household outlet and it's going to alert you if dangerous levels of carbon monoxide gas are present or dangerous levels of natural gas or propane are present. The most important thing to realize here is that we are going to help you be notified before a dangerous situation is allowed to develop. Now, we mentioned this one time earlier in the show and already have taken orders for. Over 100 of these are gone. Let's bring in Amy D'Angelo. She is our problem solution specialist when it comes to getting out ahead of problems. And Ames, this is really a remarkable device. We have in the past offered something similar to this on QVC. Talk to us about how it works and why it's different.
Yes, so David, in the past, we had just the carbon monoxide sensor. This is your carbon monoxide and natural gas. And carbon monoxide comes from the incomplete combustion of your fossil fuels. And your fossil fuels are your natural gas, your wood, your oil, your coal, and your propane. So you want to make sure that your home is protected. And as you mentioned, this is a plug-in unit. So please plug these in all over your home. But common sources of carbon monoxide gas and natural gas leaks are your generators, your chimneys, an automobile, a clothing dryer, a range, a vent, your fireplace, our generators, which we've been hearing about all day, your furnace, and of course, your water heaters. But this is a tool that will help you. So please make sure that you put them all over your home. We recommend one on every level and also one inside each bedroom. And we stay inside each bedroom because you sleep at night. A lot of people close their doors. My kids go to sleep with headsets on, so they hear nothing. So you need to make sure that you can hear this. Now, I just want to show you a couple of things. When you get it home, all you're going to do is pull that red tab right out of the side. That's going to activate the battery. And I want to show you the size. This is my cell phone. Look at how small this unit is. It's phenomenal. But you're going to activate that battery. Now, the battery is just for backup purposes. This is designed to be used on an outlet in your home, and make sure that your outlet is a regular outlet and not one that's controlled by a switch, because we want to make sure that there's always power to this. Now, this unit's been modified so that I can show you exactly how it works. I'm going to start by pushing the button on the right. There we go. And what you're hearing here is the carbon monoxide alarm go off. So you will get 4 beeps, a pause, 4 more beeps, and a pause, and it will display a readout. Now, the readout is the parts per million measurement of how we measure carbon monoxide gas in our home. If this unit ever goes off, please take your families, take your loved ones, don't bother looking at this, leave the house, and from outside in a safe distance, then call emergency services. Now, if the gas alarm goes off, it's 1 solid beep, a pause, a solid beep, and a pause. And it will continue that cycle. And it will display the word gas on your screen. So those are the two differences there. But again, this will measure in your home for all of those leaks. And again, those fossil fuels are your natural gas, your propane, your heat, your wood, and your oil. So make sure that this unit is in a place where you can hear it.
Well, I should let everyone know, Amy, that we have our only order of the year in stock tonight, ready to ship. And I have fewer than 2,500 that are available now to ship out for the rest of the year. I will tell you that these are great Great items for peace of mind. Now, if you have natural gas in your home or you've got a propane tank out in the yard and that propane tank feeds your hot water heater, it feeds your stove, it feeds your heating or your furnace system, have one of these on each level of the home and make sure that family members are aware of what it does when it goes off. Because the last thing you want to be doing is sitting around the house going, do you hear beeping? What does that beeping mean? Yeah, make sure everyone knows. I've ordered 2 of these for my own home. I've been waiting on these to come back in stock because they are amazing. I've got one in my kitchen. I have one in my basement because that's where the furnace is. The kitchen is where the gas stove is. All my living is done on one floor in my home, so I can hear very clearly from my bedroom if this goes off. If I need to, I can pick up a third and put it in my bedroom, and then that is just giving me more peace of mind, alerts me even sooner that something has gone wrong. The most important thing here is that you simply pull the tab and plug it in. Ames, how long can we expect this unit to work for us?
About 7 years. And David, it does have an end of life chirp, which is different from the other chirps. And it has a low battery chirp, which is also different from that. So it really does tell you everything that you need to know. But again, when you hear this, and I hope you never hear this go off in your home, I hope it is a tool that is there to keep your family protected from the gas leaks. But all it takes is one malfunction. I had a friend who turned her stove on. She didn't realize something had malfunctioned. And a few hours later, she wasn't feeling well. They refer to carbon monoxide as the silent killer because it is a tasteless, colorless, odorless gas. And that is why we need to have these around our home. But you'll get approximately 7 years out of each unit. And again, it will measure for your natural gas and your propane. And you just pull that tab that will activate the built-in battery. Again, the battery is just for emergency purposes only when you lose power. It should always be plugged into an outlet that has constant power. Please make sure that it's not one that's attached to a switch somewhere in your home that you could accidentally turn off. But make sure that you've got one on each level of your home and in your bedroom so that you can always hear this if it goes off. I'm going to play it one more time for you just so you can hear how loud this is.
Okay.
This is the sound of the carbon monoxide, and again, it's displaying a readout, and that readout is the parts per million of gas in our home, and it's going to give you those beeps, then a pause, then the beep. And for the natural gas, it's going to be, oh, there we go, a beep, a pause, a beep, a pause. And please, if you ever hear this, take your family members, your pets, go outside to safe, and then call emergency services. Don't go looking for the unit to try to see what it says.
Exactly.
Just please, please leave your house safely and then call emergency services.
And make sure everyone in the home knows what that beeping is, and if they hear it, they hot-foot it out of the house. And that's important. Now, I need to remind you, this is the only quantity for the remainder of the year. We now have fewer than 1,900 to go around. 400 people on the phone lines. These are going quickly. I've ordered mine for my home because I want to put one in the basement. I want to put one in the kitchen area. And so that way I'm covered if for some reason my stove malfunctions, because my stove is gas and my furnace is gas down in the basement. If you have a propane tank buried in your yard and propane powers several things in your home, this will also read if there is a propane leak. Don't let tragedy happen. Remember, odorless and colorless is carbon monoxide. Now, fortunately, gas and propane has a smell like rotten eggs. And sometimes we can smell that and sometimes we can't. But this is always sniffing, always smelling, and always registering. And in the event that you need to be made aware, it lets you know something's wrong.
And David, I like to give these out to, I've given them to many family members, my babysitters, as a gift. Why? Because it's the gift that keeps on giving. It tells the person that you're giving it to that you care about their safety and their well-being. So please don't think of it as not a stocking stuffer, because it is a great item to give to everyone. But again, your fossil fuels are your natural gas, your oil, your propane, your coal, and your wood. And carbon monoxide comes around from the incomplete combustion of those items. And all you need is your furnace to malfunction just one time to get a carbon monoxide leak. And I know we've seen the generators. If you've got one, please make sure it's not in your garage or it's not close to your home. make sure it's far away and the windows aren't open because you don't want to bring it in from those items. So that's why this is really important. And you also, if you live in an apartment, that air gets circulated from the garage. You can
Right.
get carbon monoxide from your automobiles. So there are so many different places that you can get that carbon monoxide from that you really just want to make sure that you and your family are protected.
Amy, there's one thing I heard. I just made an appointment today to have my chimney cleaned. And I
Yeah.
was reading online, or maybe it was a magazine that was sent to my home, that many times over the summer, birds will build nests inside the chimney. And the first time you light a fire, all that carbon monoxide comes back down into your home because the bird nest blocks it from leaving your chimney.
Yeah.
This will alert you if that happens. Now, we have taken over orders for over half our quantity. I have 1,200 of these left for the whole year. And I have 400 people on the phone lines, and everybody's buying more than one. I bought more than one tonight. I bought two, so that I would be able to make sure that my home is protected and I am alerted. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. It's the best $47.75 you're going to spend. This unit lasts for 7 years, and then we'll even tell you when it's given up the ghost and you can throw it away. Don't miss out on it. Amy D'Angelo, always a pleasure to have you back, friend.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Have a great evening. Goodbye, Allie.
You too, sweetie. Okay, speaking of Allie, she's got some updates on some goodies that we saw earlier.
Yeah, this was at the top.